What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NFL Playoffs Wildcard Round. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. Okay guys, in this video I'm going to give my top picks for this wildcard weekend, week 1 of the playoffs. Just remember, we're in small slate football now. Only 4 games on the slate, so you're going to want to pick talent and opportunity over the matchups. And if you stay to the very end after all my picks and after I show you the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret sleeper pick that no one's talking about. Okay, let's see who we have at the quarterback position. I like Andrew Luck from the Indianapolis Colts playing the Houston Texans, who have the 10th best defense overall, but they're right around middle of the pack defending opposing fantasy quarterbacks. Andrew Luck has scored 24, 26, and 10 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 22.8 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets about 3 rushes per game, not as many as some of the other rushing quarterbacks, but he gets it done in the passing game. Andrew Luck is $6,400 DraftKings salary, projected at 23.9 fantasy points here in week 1 of the playoffs. He's played really well this year. T.Y. Hilton should be healthy and good to go for this game. I love Andrew Luck in the wildcard round versus the Houston Texans. Real quick guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the Position Optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new Player Trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, let's see who we have at the running back position. I like Ezekiel Elliott from the Dallas Cowboys playing the Seattle Seahawks, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they're also middle-of-the-pack defending opposing running backs. Ezekiel Elliott has scored 16 and 19 fantasy points in his last 2 games. Remember, they were kind of resting Ezekiel Elliott towards the end of the season, so these last 3 game logs can be a little deceiving for some players. Ezekiel Elliott scores an average of 23.4 fantasy points per game. He gets 6.3 targets per game and 20.3 rushes per game. That's an over 25 touch per game average, which is just amazing volume, one of the highest in the league. Ezekiel Elliott is $9,000 DraftKings salary, $200 less on FanDuel, so I love that FanDuel price. Projected at 24.2 fantasy points here in week 1 of the playoffs. It's hard to pass up on Ezekiel Elliott here in this matchup. He's going to get the goal line work. He's the bell cow running back. I love Ezekiel Elliott here in the playoffs wildcard round. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, who do we have at the wide receiver position? I like Cole Beasley from the Dallas Cowboys playing the Seattle Seahawks, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 13th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Cole Beasley has scored 21, 10, and 8 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 9.6 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets 5.4 targets per game. He always has a really low ownership. Cole Beasley is only $3,500 DraftKings salary. He's $1,900 more on FanDuel. Not really interested in him there, but I love that DraftKings price. Projected at 6.2 fantasy points here in week 1 of the playoffs. Cole Beasley has a pretty good matchup. It's a home game. You know they're going to be trying to stop Ezekiel Elliott in the run game, and all their attention's going to be on Amari Cooper. That could open up Cole Beasley for a few passes, and if he finds the end zone, he's going to crush value at $3,500 salary. I think it's a pretty decent stack option with Ezekiel Elliott and Cole Beasley. The value of Beasley on DraftKings allows you to fit Elliott's price, so you can bring up the quality of the surrounding players. I think Cole Beasley could be the key to this week 1 playoff win. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. I like Eric Ebron for the Indianapolis Colts playing the Houston Texans, who have the 10th best defense overall, but they give up the second most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Eric Ebron has scored 16, 6, and 2 fantasy points in his last 3 games, averaging 14.1 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets about 7 targets per game. He got 6 targets last game, 16 fantasy points. If they win this game, it's probably because Eric Ebron or T.Y. Hilton had a big night. Eric Ebron is $5,200 DraftKings salary. He's $1,400 more on FanDuel, projected at 17.1 fantasy points here in week 1 of the playoffs. I think he's got a much better matchup than Zach Ertz. I like Eric Ebron here versus the Houston Texans. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS Lineup Optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content. Okay, my super secret sleeper pick in week 1 of the playoffs for this wild card weekend. He's more of a value play, but I still think his ownership is going to be low. It's Jordan Howard from the Chicago Bears playing the Philadelphia Eagles, who have the 12th worst defense overall, and they're about middle of the pack defending opposing running backs. Jordan Howard has scored 27, 15, and 15 fantasy points in the last 3 games, averaging 11.7 fantasy points per game on the season. He gets about 2 pass targets per game and 15.6 rushes per game. He got 21 rushes last game. He's been nearing 20 touches per game, and Jordan Howard is only $4,600 DraftKings salary. He's $3,000 more on FanDuel, so I love that DraftKings price. Not so interested on him over there on FanDuel, but I'll take that 20 plus touches at $4,600 DraftKings salary versus a Philadelphia defense that can be had. I like Jordan Howard as a high volume, low salary play here in week 1 of the playoffs. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for the NFL wildcard playoff round. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.